How you doing? I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com. Today I want to talk about what's the difference between an active alcoholic and a non-active alcoholic. I'm holding a stick here and I want you to imagine that this is a scale between 1 and 100 up here, and this is the problem scale, right? Now if you were smoking, right, this is where you start smoking. This is somewhere down the line. Is probably when if you're smoking 100 cigarettes a day, right? This is where you start smoking 1 cigarette a day. Now, I'm sure you'd agree, right, that your problem with cigarette smoking starts here, right, at number 1. As soon as you start smoking, you've got a problem, right? You'd agree, wouldn't you? You know, it's the same thing with heroin. As soon as you start taking heroin, right down here at number 1, this is when you take your first snort, or you first inject, or whatever it is, but you start down here. This is your first time, right? This is your when you're really addicted to it, and you've got a really bad problem with it. But you have a problem here as soon as you start with down here at number 1, right? This is where your problem is going to start. Same with cocaine, same with magic mushrooms, you know, same if you were taking arsenic. You know, your problem would start here at number 1. Now the thing with alcohol is that your problem doesn't actually start until you get here, or maybe here, or maybe here, right? All the rest of that is considered to be normal drinking, right? This is normalized from when we were born, and it all depends on what your version of normal is. Now once you start with normal, right, so there is no such thing as normal smoking, there is no such thing as normal heroin taking, unless you're talking about it in a medical capacity, right? Medical, when you're in hospital and you're trying to get treated for pain relief, and they give you the medical version of heroin, right? So there is no normal with this, and there is no normal with cigarette smoking. But why is normal starting from here? And once you start normal up here, then it splits people into two. So it splits these into normal drinkers and these into alcoholics, or problem drinkers, or dependent drinkers. Now there's a big reason for this, right? One of the biggest reasons is because of what's called the anchoring trap, and it's first impressions, right, last. Now we've got the biggest first impressions with alcohol ever. We're born with it. You know, we're born into society which considers alcohol to be normal, right? They probably almost every baby in the Western world has been celebrated by wetting the baby's head drinking alcohol, right? And every celebration and you know, commiseration, you know, every weekend the parents might drink, or they see alcohol around them, and it's just a normalized thing that we see in our societies, right? Another reason is because our teachers, professors, the people that teach us, right, these are all people who use the drug, right? The same with the people who make the rules, the judges and the solicitors and the police, right, the politicians. These are all people who are up around here, who make the rules, who drink the alcohol, who use the alcohol. They're drug users, right? So this is why this is normal, why we don't start out alcohol drinking from down here. So as far as I'm concerned, there is no such thing as a difference between an active alcoholic and a non-active alcoholic. It's just somebody's interpretation of that scale, somebody's interpretation of that normalcy, you know, of that bend in normalcy, right? As far as I'm concerned, anyone who starts out drinking alcohol has got a problem. You know, they just don't realize it yet. So that's my take on this. If you want help to stop drinking alcohol, I've got some good news for you. I've got my book, 10 Steps to Stop Drinking Alcohol. If you download this book, if you read it and apply the principles, I'm confident that you'll enjoy better health and better finances, better mental clarity, so you'll be able to think these things through. So all you have to do, like I say, I want to give you this book for free, so click on the link down below this video in the description area. Go to the website alcoholmastery.com, click on the button, leave your best email address, and I'll send you out a free copy. I'm confident that you'll enjoy this book and find it extremely useful. So go ahead right now, click on the link down below this video to get started. I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com. Take care of yourself. Keep the alcohol out of your mouth. Onwards and upwards. Take care. Bye bye now.